going to ask for him to be returned to the United States or not? Like, yes or no?
Let me ask you, so what do you think would happen to him if he came back to this country? As your understanding of immigration laws, what do you think would happen?
But I'm just asking at this point about whether
you're
or
asking,
not
you're asking a lot of questions.
The president,
you're
the
asking,
president
you are all asking a lot of questions about this, and you also care about it a lot. So let's see if any of you who've researched anything about this issue at all. Can anyone here tell me what would happen to the illegal alien from El Salvador if he came back to the United States? Does anyone here know? Does anyone want to guess? Any of you?
He could be with his family.
Do you know the difference between a deportation order and a withholding order? Do you know the difference? Any of you? Please. Do you?
Well, we're not in the government.
But you couldn't even spend 72 hours over the weekend learning the distinction, even though you've been writing and talking about it this whole time.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite part-time YouTuber Crow, and we have an update on the Kilmar Abrego Garcia case. This is the quote-unquote Maryland father who was wrongfully deported to El Salvador. I did my video talking about it yesterday, how no matter what, this guy is going to remain in El Salvador. I guess there's a very small chance he does return and get deported to another country, but he's not going to be coming back to live in the United States. That part is definitely not happening. Well, there was an update, okay? A U.S. Senator, Senator Van Hollen, went to El Salvador. At first, they turned him away, told him he needed to schedule an appointment through the Trump administration. Then they did let him meet with Garcia. And I've just got to say, like, I don't think people on the left understand when they are being played. I really don't think that they comprehend it. And let me explain why. So right now you have Nayib Bukele, and this is the evil dictator of El Salvador, right? Going, Kilmar Abrego Garcia miraculously risen from the quote unquote death camps and quote unquote torture, now sipping margaritas with Senator Van Hollen in the tropical paradise of El Salvador. This is like all photos. Okay, here's the thing. I have the Kyle Kalinske tweet pulled up. I'll flash some other tweets on the screen here as I'm talking about this, but the left literally lost their minds, okay? Absolutely lost it, saying that Garcia was disappeared, how he was sent off to a death camp, how the reason why he can't be returned is because he's already been killed, everybody's being murdered there. You have Kyle Kalinske's tweet, the Trump regime kidnapped and human trafficked 278 people to an alleged death camp in El Salvador with zero due process. Those people could literally be any one of us. Bring back due process and rule of law. Down with fascism. Ooh. Okay, here's the thing though. When you go that far, when you say that he's being sent to a death camp, there's no due process. I mean, all you have to do is set up, and this is obviously staged, okay? Like, I don't think that this guy, maybe he just got to the prison so he's allowed to wear his normal clothes. Like, I'm pretty sure they gave him these clothes. I'm pretty sure they were waiting to do something just like this, because the minute the left started freaking out and screaming that he had been killed, that this was a death camp, that this is torture, like, I mean, it's so obvious. It's so obvious that they are being played, and now they look really stupid. Like I see some of them going on about how, like, oh, this is proof that raising our voices is able to get us what we want. Like, don't get me wrong. Had you not seen Garcia, that probably would have been better for your side, because your side is trying to fearmonger and hype people up into thinking there are death camps. The minute that gets disproven, and again, just looking at these photos, it's pretty clear he wasn't sent to a death camp. The bar is so low, okay? The left sets the bar so low. All the Trump administration has to do is literally step over it. And it happens every single time, like literally every single time. And you know what's really funny? Okay, so he posts this, and they're celebrating that Nayib Bukele allowed the senator to meet with the guy, and then his next tweet is, and he's pinned this one, now that he's been confirmed healthy, he gets the honor of staying in El Salvador's custody. There you go. Like seriously, there you go. This was clearly they clearly got played. Like, they obviously got played. They hype people up. They scream the sky was falling, and the sky wasn't falling, just like every other time they scream that the sky was falling. And again, the idea that this guy is ever going to come back to the country is just ridiculous. He is not going to be living in the United States illegally anymore.
Abrego Garcia at a table.
I see these pictures tonight, and I think, boy, the party of women is really covering itself in glory tonight. I mean, I don't understand why the American left falls in love with the worst people. You've got a gang-banging, human trafficking, wife-beating illegal alien, and a United States senator in a ludicrous display of energy is in El Salvador having Mai Tais and Yahtzee. I do not get it. I do not understand why the left takes on the heroes.
The part of this,
I don't get it.
And, you know, the final thing, because apparently, like, this is the goalpost being moved and everything. Originally, it was there is no evidence. Then it was, well, it's never been ruled in court. Then it was, okay, but that evidence isn't good enough, which was back when they thought that they only had the informant statements. Now it's, he was arrested with other MS-13 members. He's wearing MS-13 paraphernalia. He has tattoos that MS-13 members tend to wear or tend to have on them. So, like, I get, like, I completely understand that it is circumstantial, right? Like, I totally get that. I totally get Kyle arguing that these people have been human trafficked and there's no due process. They are just wrong. Okay, like, the due process already happened when they got their orders of deportation. What happens when they get to another country? Again, the 278 people that have been sent to El Salvador, they are gang members. Okay, they're people that have been affirmed by judges over here to be members of gangs. El Salvador, prior to Bukele taking power, was infested with gangs. It was the murder capital of the world. Their death rate was 20 times that of the United States. It was a mess, and corruption was everywhere. Bukele comes in, and the way he cleaned up the country and made it a safe tropical paradise was literally creating a mega prison, rounding up every single gang member and throwing them in there. It is not the way we would do things here in the United States, but that is his country. That is what the people in his country are totally okay with. They celebrate it and they support it because they lived with the extreme opposite of it, and it was hell for them. And now, well, it's true that not every single one of those 278 people are all El Salvadorian, because Venezuela has refused to take their criminals back, so they're being sent to El Salvador too. But, like, a lot of these people are straight up, these are El Salvadorian citizens being sent back to El Salvador and being punished by El Salvador because they have been identified as gang members. So what is the argument? They're not getting due process when they get to El Salvador? Like, is the argument that we need to invade El Salvador and force them to change the way they run their criminal justice system? It's so ridiculous at this point. It's totally ridiculous at this point. And again, like, a part of me is just, maybe they should let the guy come back. Maybe they should let the guy come back, get rid of the withholding of removal order, and then immediately send him back to El Salvador and just start laughing in these people's faces. Like, they really think that he is a Maryland father. He's just an innocent Maryland man who has been grabbed off the street and just randomly sent to an El Salvadorian death camp. Like, these people are insane. They are nuts, and they humiliate themselves every single time they make a tweet or they open their fucking mouths.